Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. Guess what has not progressed whatsoever? That would be this carving that I need to finish. I haven't worked on it at all. So let's take a couple of swipes while I talk to you, so I can at least say I did something today. Work. So yesterday we had a meeting at work, and we have this meeting. It's kind of a DevOps meeting, where I do things. We have systems guys that's their job is they're not necessarily DevOps, but they run the systems. That's why they're called systems. And so we rely as developers in my crew, my group, we rely very heavily on them to do our stuff. For instance, I don't really, I mean, this is kind of not true, but it also is true. I don't have root access on my servers. I don't want it, right? Like that's their job. If I need something done, I ask them to do it, and that's okay, right? Now we have dev servers and stuff like that I could definitely have, but I tend to ask for help, which is funny because I don't really do that in real life. I don't ask for help in real life very much at all. So these guys, this group is we work closely together, so we have little meetings, and so I've been having this issue at work that I don't know. It's driving me crazy. It's been a very, very long issue that I've not been able to solve no matter what I've tried. And it comes down to we need to upgrade, and the way that this software was built, the packages that this software uses, were not built using a package manager or anything even close to that. They're just kind of hacked together, and we've had some issues upgrading these packages that have caused a whole bunch of cascading problems that I've not been able to solve, and I've been spending weeks and weeks and weeks trying to solve this problem. And so yesterday we had our little meeting. It's like a bi-monthly, or does that mean every other week? It's an every other week type of meeting. And so we had that meeting, and my boss was like, should we do you want to meet and talk about this? Like maybe they can help. And I said, at this point, sure. And part of that came from a point of pride, right? Like it was, I think I know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I also haven't solved this thing in weeks of trying to solve this thing. So at this point, I'm willing to just say, I don't care who gives me an idea. Just give me an idea and I'll try it. And so that's what we did. So I opened it up. I explained the whole situation to them, even though they are not developers. A few of them have done development adjacent work in the past, and quite a few of them are DBAs, which you could argue DBAs are developers. I mean, what they do is write code. It's just a different kind of code. And I ended up getting back some really good ideas, some things I hadn't thought about, and some things I hadn't, things I would have never tried on my own because I quote know better or whatever. I don't tend to have that kind of outlook on things. I tend not to shelf ideas quickly just because I think I know better. I tend to try to stay open to most things. And so they gave me some ideas, and it was like really relieving, right? It was really like, okay, I have some direction. And I think that I have always known that I am better at taking direction than I am at kind of figuring it out for myself. I'm good at figuring things out when it's something that I know, right? I'm good at saying I've encountered this before, I know how to fix it. I'm good at that. But when it is something wholly new in my world, something that I've never encountered before, I have a very hard time dealing with that. I don't handle it well, and I know this about myself, and it bothers me constantly because, as a developer, as a project manager and a developer and a whatever the heck else my career says I am these days, I it's basically a requirement to be a self-starter, a self, a team of one, right? Is nearly a requirement in my field of work. But I'm much better at being a robot. Tell me what to do and I'll do it, but I don't want to make the decisions. Um, so where this is headed is that in my work on the side project, that's what I do. I make the decisions and I have to figure it out. And I think that's been holding me back. I think that's been the reason why I haven't been able to provide a lot of help or a lot of focus on the project because it's not my project, right? It's not something that I created. It's something that somebody else created and I'm just working on it. And because of that, I don't feel it's not that I don't feel agency. I feel agency. I feel like I have too much agency. Like I feel like the product owner is like, you do whatever you want. Like, as long as it works and achieves the goal, I don't care how you do it. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not how I do things. This isn't my project. This isn't my baby. This isn't, this is something that you've asked me to do. I need to know how to do it. And a lot of times I just get stuck. I get stuck in that mentality of I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. And I have a hard time finding my way. Why is this tool so much sharper than the others? I keep these all very sharp. So, I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with me lately. I've definitely have been feeling pressure, self-imposed pressure. I recognize. We had that discussion the other day that this isn't something that I feel. This isn't. I'm not. I don't feel any sort of animosity or any sort of like outward external force pushing on me and telling me that I have to do this thing or I have to do that thing. I think what I'm actually feeling is an absence of that. I'm feeling an absence of pressure, which is I've known for a long time, not the way I do things. So I think that's good. I think that having that meeting yesterday, having that opening myself up to other people's ideas and saying, what would you do in this situation? Do you have an answer for me? Can we figure this thing out? And having some other people step in and look at things, that's when I shine. That's when as a manager, I can find a thread and grab a hold of it and use that as the propulsion for formulating a plan. Now, I'm not a manager. I keep saying a manager. I'm a project manager. I'm not a personnel manager. I don't manage people. I have in the past, and I've had I had some not great experiences with that. And so I've kind of avoided management roles until this project management job. And I guess this project management job, it is a type of management. It's definitely a level of responsibility. But yeah, I think that having the meeting with my team at work helped me kind of see what's been going on with my side work, with the work that's not getting done, with the work I feel guilty about. I feel very, very guilty about not getting it done. I feel like I'm letting them down. I'm not being I'm not doing what I was contracted to do. And yeah, feels not great. I don't like being in that position. But I think work provided me a little insight maybe a little breakthrough that'll help me push forward a little bit. And maybe not. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Don't know. But there we go. I got some of the background removal done that needed to be done, I think. I think this is a good start on getting this project wrapped up. I have to pull 100 prints off this thing. I did determine that I can salvage this block, so I'm going to keep pressing forward with doing this background removal, doing test prints, and getting it to the point that I can actually pull clean prints, and then I'm going to just start pulling prints and get it ready for the adventure. So, thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is stolid. Stolid? Stolid. It's an adjective meaning unemotional and impassive. Thomas's stolid demeanor hides the heart of his jet-set playboy. Stolid. No, stolid. Why do I keep saying that? S-T-O-L-I-D. It even says stolid, and it's solid with a T. I mean, come on. You'd think I'd figure that out. But that's stoicism, right? That's the same kind of thing. I mean, we just did stoicism yesterday.